The wave. Yeah, but was that our first? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm on?
You're on.
Really?
Yes.
It's Friday?
It's Friday noon.
Hey, everybody. I have just been informed. What's the date? 24th?
Yes.
This is January 24th of 2025. And I have just found out it's Friday. You okay, Unit?
I am.
All right. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Festool Live! How did that sound, Christine? Loud, huh? Loud. Okay, everybody, it's episode 206. We have an unbelievable presentation today, and you'll see why momentarily. Let's introduce the room. Right over here, we have Christine. Behind the camera, we have Chris, the Unit Seibert. Okay, Chris, follow me over here. Not right here. Not yet. Not yet. Special guest. We don't want to. Okay, right over here, we have Min. Say hi, Minnie.
Where'd it go?
Right here, on the other side.
Hello.
Okay, now don't forget to tell Minnie where you're from. Hang on. On the line, we have, we have Rick Bush today.
We do.
Thank you, Rick, for filling in. We really appreciate it. Ask all the questions you want, because he's the smartest man at Festool. Okay, so I got to tell you a little story. I know you hate my stories, but I got to tell you a little story. I was walking through the lobby this week, and all of a sudden I went, it's him. It's him. Everybody, welcome, it's Philip Stoll! Look at this is why I freaked out. He was, look, it's him! You've seen him before. He's Mr. Exoskeleton. He's in the house from Germany. And we are so honored to have him here. He has been training me for many years on the line. So thank you, Philip, for being here. Really appreciate it and all you've done with us. Okay, everybody. Last week, if you remember, no. Oh, haha. Wow, she is such a good director. Okay, come on over here, everybody. Check it out. So last week I mentioned it's our 100-year anniversary. We are so proud of our company. We've been doing this for 100 years. I showed you the chainsaw, didn't I? Okay, but I also mentioned, we have hats on our fan shop. And check this surf shirt out. We call these surf shirts still?
You do.
I do. Look, check it out. 100 years, right? In 25 United States, North America. I would say United States. And check it out. Got a T-lock, okay? I love this shirt. And look, it says Festool, the world's greatest power tool company on the front. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Okay, now, I have been cleaning up these tools we got from Germany because we're celebrating a 100-year celebration coming up real quick. I've been working hard, as if I know how to do that. But remember the chainsaw I told you about? Check this out. Out of all the things I've been cleaning up, I got a couple of the favorites I'll be showing you the next couple of weeks. But check this out. We are known for this. We invented it. This is the chain mortiser, for doing big mortises. I call it the original domino. Okay, but check this out. Look how cool this is. You can open it up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And it, of course, it plunges. So you can cut those mortises and no, it doesn't work. Check out this old cord. Hey, if you have a plug on the job site, I'm going to come plug it in with you. Okay? By the way, every week for the next 2 weeks, there are so many more tools to come. And you're going to see how we have been the leader in innovation all these years. And yes, we've been doing this for 100 years. So check it out. Okay, that's all I have to say. Remember last week, everybody? Yep. We had the OF1010 IREQ F-F, okay? And we have a couple packages put together here and it's available when, Christine? The 30th of January here in North America. You guys probably had this in Germany for a couple of years now. Okay, but check this out. Last week, I wanted to take 2 weeks and take my time to explain what a great value this is, but what these accessories you need. And instead of buying them separately, we learned from the OF 2200 in 2008 here in the States that when you got a 2200, we put all the best accessories in a sustainer. So it took us a few years to do it with the 1010. Hey, did somebody last week, I think in a comment said, when are you doing it for the 1400? I have no clue. So don't wait, get the 1010 too. Okay? But last week I covered the trammel point. I showed you everything that was in here. We went through setting it up on the guide rail, okay, with the support bracket. I went through what? Chris, tell me you put the episode of last week in the description. See, he is so thorough these days.
205, right?
Minnie, we have a new mathematician in the room. Okay, good job. Boy, getting nothing by you, unit. Okay, the micro adjust, okay? And I promised you, we're gonna go through template guides again. I think I've done an episode on template guides, but I just love talking about template guides, okay? And the math involved. But this week I promised you I'd go through this. Now, last week I covered the parallel edge guide. That also fits the MFK 700, right? Good. Well, today I'm gonna show you what this is for. Now, the other thing everybody was questioning me about was, why do you have all these screws here in the micro sustainer? I'm gonna show you what these are for today. And I'm also going to cover the new zero clearance clear base, okay, the new table widener, centering mandrel, and also the template guides, okay? And once again, this piece here. So let's get at it. Whew. Step right over here. Follow me, cameraman. Okay, so if you know about the 1400 and the 2200, when you snap in a template guide, they're both self-centering, correct? That's a huge time saver. But in that accessory kit, you get these individual, there's a thing called a centering mandrel. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put a template guide. The template guides that come with this accessory kit are in metric. I prefer metric, and I'll show you why momentarily. We'll do a little math. Are you up for it, unit?
I'll do my best.
Okay, good. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take these two screws out right here. And I believe those are 15mm Torx. So I'll take those out just like this. I always have a magnetic tray so I don't lose these. All right, just like this. Whoops. Did I lose that? Nope, it's right here. Okay. I just lost it now. Okay, good. So I could take this and put it right here, okay? But what happens is that's not gonna center properly. So the distance on this side will be different from the distance of this side, especially if you're doing a template like a circle or an ellipse or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the two screws that are in that micro sustainer that is slotted, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in here, and you'll see there's a wider recess here for this to have a little bit of movement. So I'm going to take that, and you just remember this. If you're using these slotted screws, which you should, it has to be a Festool screwdriver. Don't forget. Okay. Okay, good. Stop laughing. I can't get this going. Okay. All right, there you go. Sometimes I do this to make her laugh. Christine laugh. Chris has only heard this 1,000 times. Okay. So let me get these in here, but I'm not going to tighten them all the way. All right. I'm just going to take them like this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now, if we look at the centering mandrel, you'll see it's conical here, okay? That is a what? A quarter, and that is an 8mm. So what I'm gonna do is I got an 8mm collet in here. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm going to lock it. There's still movement in here, see that? Is that coming through, Christine? There's still movement, so if I take that and I press down on that, I can tighten it up. And I know when I put a bit in that collet, it will be dead center to that template guide. So I'm just gonna tighten these up now with that little bit of pressure on there, and we're gonna be good to go. So the outside diameter to this is 30mm. Hey, Minnie.
Yes, sir.
Subtract 10 from 30.
20.
Wow, you're really good at metric. Woo! Miss Metric is in the house. Okay, good. So the next thing is I'm going to take, where'd you go? I had you earlier. Oh, right there. It's stuck to the magnet. I am going to put in my chip breaker right here. Just slide it in, because I'm going to put that bit in, and I'm going to give it some distance today. Just snap it right in there like that. Good. And I'm going to take that and chuck up my bit right here. And with the 1010, there's a button here, and that hits a hole in the Abba shaft. And I'll just take it like this and get a little bit of oomph, and I'm chucked up and I'm ready to go. Now, let's do a little bit of math. Okay, let's step over here. I think I've done this before on Festool Live, but I want to do it again because people, craftspeople, anybody, hobbyists, anybody, they complicate template guides, and it's not supposed to be template. It's not supposed to be. Okay, it's pretty simple. When you're designing a template, and last week, I'm making him work today, aren't I? Last week, we ran with the trammel point. I showed you how to set up a trammel point. We drilled into this, and I was making a template for this week is what I was doing. Okay, I am going to ride this template guide here on here. Basically, I know years ago, when I first started out, we called them rub collars. They're template guides now. But I was using these, and this is where people, oops, let me get that. Yeah, I found it. I tripped on the screw, right? Okay, look. Okay, we call these two-piece template guides. Okay, you have a lock nut, and you have a template here, and these are in imperial. So, Minnie, I'll use you for metric, and I'll use Chris with the fractions. How's that?
Oh my gosh.
Very good.
Okay, so let's look at this. I got this zeroed out right here on my caliper. I'll take it, and I think that says 51/64, so that's the outside diameter. Okay? In this, I'll bring it in, and I would imagine that says, let me change the mode to 30. What does that say? 30. Yep. 30.91, it's 30. I know that for a fact. Okay, so let's come over here. Okay. What you need to do to design your template is you take the outside diameter, which I have here. Look, see this this is my template guide, okay? And if I chuck up a 3/8 bit, so let's do the math on. Let's do the math. It's really simple to know from your bit to the outside of one side of your template guide. This is what I'm trying to show you, okay? And this is where people get all confused. What you need to do is subtract the diameter from the outside diameter and divide by 2. So let's do this, Chris. What is 3/8 subtracted from 51/64?
It's got to be a half, right?
Wait for it. Okay, now divide by 2.
I have no idea.
That's a quarter if it was a half. I know that one. Okay, hey, Manning. Miss Metric, let's go. Outside diameter 30, I chucked up a 10 millimeter bit. Minnie, subtract 10 from 30.
20.
She is so good at this metric stuff. Now, divide 20 by 2.
I'm a 10. It must be it.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so there you go. That's how simple it is. I've had people question me my whole life. See this right here? This is really easy if you have one of those calculators that does fractions, and that's what I used to show people. I actually still have one because sometimes I'm forced with certain jigs to use these in trying to figure out a few things. Okay, so I'm going to throw this away because I never need it again because I love metric. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a full cut like I did last week. Hey, Minnie really liked that, didn't you?
I did.
It put a smile to your face.
It did.
Okay, so I'm going to do a 5 millimeter drop. You know how I set all my depths. I'm going to take it like this, set it up, set my depth really quick. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, so there you go. Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm going this way, you know how I say, hey, take your thumb, go like this. This is your rub collar. It's basically a bearing. It's a template guide. So I'm going to set up. Let me get my dust extractor. Hey, come in here really quick, Chris. I want to show you this bit. Wait a minute. Let me get some light on there.
Fancy.
Isn't that cool? Or what, a little bit more for you? Hey, man, a little bit of drama. Get that hose on there. Remember what I always say. Safety first, always check before you put your plug-it cord that is cycled off. And once again, when you put a plug-it cord in, make sure it's a full quarter turn to lock it in. All right, you ready? Let's see if I got this right. Check my depth. Okay, so here we go. Always maintain balance on there. Okay. How's that, Chris? Look. Okay, now, here's the kicker. So that distance away from there, stay focused on that, Chris. Okay, that distance should be 10 millimeter, right? So let me get the ultimate gauge block right here. And that should be a 10 millimeter. Oh, look at that. Minnie, come over here. Check this out. Isn't that nice? Look how perfect that is.
Oh, that is perfect.
Isn't that nice? And look, that's 10 millimeter.
Oh, wow.
And that's 10 millimeter offset. So do the math. That's how simple template guides are. Hey, Mo. Okay, next. The next, ooh, let me get my dust extractor. All right. Okay, now we know what those two slotted screws were for, right? So I was scratching my head a couple of weeks ago. I knew this, but I forgot. Okay, we have those other screws in there. Where did I put that one? Around here somewhere. Is this it? Or did I put them over here? Oh, I know I have another one. Oh, is the micro in here? I put it back? I never put anything back in the right place. That's what Chris is for. Okay. So remember those two screws I took out? Right here. Okay? Let's look at these. That's the one that goes on and locks this down. Okay? When you're setting it up, right? We just remove that. And that, if I take out my caliper, I know is roughly 8 millimeter. See that? Okay, now these screws here that are in here, let's take this out, they're a little bit longer. And yes, those are needed. And I know those are, let's look real quick, 10 millimeter. Why? Okay, you need these. And I'm gonna just set that over there because I already did it. Let me get my 15 millimeter Torx. This is known as a table widener. Okay, what it does, it gives you more support. Okay, instead of this simple base right here. This is the base that you take off of the 1010. Let me grab this really quick, Chris. Okay. Whew. See that base right there? That's the standard base, sub base that comes with that. Okay, this makes it wider. Now, there's a variety of reasons you would use a table widener. Some people like to use it like this when they're carving something, okay? Because it gives them a larger base, more surface area. It also is if I'm using a router bit to do a profile, and I want to call this out. The dust extraction is okay. We're going to be hooking it up here on the OF1010 REQF, but I want to just make sure you understand this. This does not work with it. Okay, the original chip deflector. So we are going to have some chafe this way, but what you will see when I run the next application, how much dust that this makes here, but I will encapsulate all of it on our next one with the parallel guide, and you'll understand in a few minutes. So let's take this light off here. All right, set this here. Next, get my dust extraction hooked up to it. Pretty simple, right? What's the first thing you do? It's a little safety first, right? Check to see if that's off, and don't forget about that plug-it cord, everybody. Full quarter turn. Okay, so now I don't want to run it out here. I want to reverse it and run it this way because I have all that extra base and it's really, really strong there. Okay, so here I go. I still get decent dust extraction. Now, Christine, did that come through where I wasn't getting all the dust? You saw some dust flying around?
Yep.
Okay, so yesterday I ran it without dust extraction, and I thought, oh, I'll do that on Festool Live, but I don't want to because Chris has to leave early, and I don't want him till 4 o'clock cleaning up. So it's a table wide nut. It makes it a little bit safe operation if you're new to routing. Okay? Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Let's get to the meat and potatoes, because this here, for so many years, nobody knew what this was for outside of us here at Festool. And every time I did a trade show or training, I would show people what this was for. Okay? This is the same one, I believe, that goes on the 1400 parallel guide, but it works with the new parallel guide here. Okay? You'll see right here, look. Okay, these two tabs here, you don't have to squeeze them, but you're gonna notice it goes on the bottom of the parallel edge guide. And this is the new one, once again. It fits with the MFK 700 with these two holes right here, or with the OF 1010. You have an adjustable fence here, okay? Now you're gonna ask, hey, why would I have that down here, okay, when I collect dust up here? I can always use this, okay, and put this on. Why would I use this? And the question always came about, it's if I'm using a rabbiting bit, or you have it with a what? I always tell people this, I want to create a rabbit, or use part of a profile that the bearing doesn't come into play. Hopefully you're following this. In other words, I want to make a rabbit or rebate with a straight bit, and I want to use the partial of this. So what's going to happen when I use this to create a small rabbit here, the dust is going to fly out this way. I need to use a parallel guide, not a bearinged bit. And now I can't use this, if you follow, because I'm using a parallel guide. So what this chip deflector becomes is this chip deflector when I use a partial bit that doesn't have a bearing. Hopefully that came through, okay? But I'm gonna show you the setup. Now, there's an additional accessory that comes in a kit, and I wanted to use it with this to support my 18 millimeter bit. It's got a 20 millimeter bore. It's this piece right here. It's a sub base. It's clear. Okay, we've had these zero clearance or small bore bases before, but we made it clear this time because you can use it in conjunction with the LED. When you're doing some relief carving in the middle of a field or something, you can really look down here, especially with the LED. But a small bore base was designed for something. And as if I'm using a bit here, okay, something like this, whoops, and I have this base, and I have this bit here, and I'm going around a corner, it has a tendency to tip. Is that coming through, Christine? Okay, or more so, catch a little, okay? Where this pretty much encapsulates the whole bit, and it gives it a zero clearance, and I can go right along there. So that's one of the applications for this. I'm gonna use it to steady this router as I do this rabbit with this parallel guide. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the setup real easy. I'm actually gonna take some of this apart. Okay, so I am going to use this router this way. I'm gonna take it this way. So I'm gonna put my parallel edge guide in here. Are you paying attention, Chris? Just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use half the bit. So remember, one of the call-outs of every Festool router, this is why I owned and bought one many, many moons ago, is because of this right here. Look, this right here is the center line. So I'm going to use half the bit. Hey, Minnie,
Yo,
what's half of 18?
9.
You're really good at metric.
Thank you.
So I got an 18mm bit in there, and I want to use half it. I want to do a 9mm rabbet. Just give me a wave when we're back on. We're back on? Okay, so Christine said I froze. Well, this week I've been freezing all week here in Indiana. It was -5 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up the other morning. I was tapping I had to go find my Festool parka and everything. It has been so daggone cold this year in Indiana. Whew. Okay, so I froze, but I was inside, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to use the center line. I'm going to do a 9mm there. I'm going to lock the knobs here. Okay, now you may say, hey, Sedge, look, I need to chuck these down for this bit to give me support all the way. I can do that, but I'm going to lose the ability, because I'm using the zero clearance, to get great dust extraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up here all the way. I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to tighten it up. Okay, just like that. Now, let me just lock that down so you see how cool it is. I'm going to go like a 4mm. I'm going to bring this in. So if you look at this, I'm basically setting this up like what? A small router table. Don't use it as a small router table, but basically I could take this up in zero clearance like router table fences. Okay, but I want to maximize my dust extractor, so that bit's spinning, it'll block here, and I'll take the dust here. Pretty simple. Next, make sure I'm in, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, now, I'm going to get dust here, and I ran this yesterday, and I was getting great dust extraction, but I had some chaff come out this way. Here, there might be some coming out a little bit right here because I'm open right here, but that's okay. I get the lion's share of it. But what I decided to do is I wanted to point this out with the dust extraction. You've seen me call this out before and Lost in the Catalog. This is the Y piece, and I'm going to run two 36mm hoses. I actually call this the flux capacitor. You got that, didn't you, Christine, huh? That's a Minnie, what's a flux capacitor?
That's the way to get you through it before you hit the clock.
Very good. What movie?
Back to the Future.
That's right. How fast did they have to go with the DeLorean?
88.
Oh my God, you guys are so cool. The flux capacitor. Okay.
Some people probably have.
What was the professor's name?
Doc.
Doc.
You
Doc what?
Brown.
That's it. You are really good at trivia. All right, by the way, Dirk from Dayton, he's yelling all these answers right now because he's such a movie buff. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to put two of the 36mm hoses. I'm going to put it right here in the front. Chris, you getting that? Get in there really good. Good. Okay. Okay. We'll get it. I'm having fun today, eh? Last week was a lot of fun too, wasn't it?
Yes.
We had a good time. Okay. I only messed up 4 times. Okay. One of the things I always do, let's get a light on there. One of the things I always do is before I hit the on button, okay, and all right, I double check to see all the knobs are tight. Okay, because sometimes you go through things and it's set up too quick and you forget to tighten something and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a cut and it starts sliding. So make sure it's all tight. Next, I got to get that plug-it cord. Make sure it's plugged in. Chris, did you plug it into electricity this morning?
Sure did.
He's so full of it, isn't he? Okay. Okay, so here we go. Now, the other thing you got to be careful of is when I start this, I don't want to walk it in. My pressure's here, and when I get to the end, I'll have pressure there on this side right here. So let's get started. I'm going to plunge down. Whoa. Now, this is one I definitely don't want to run without dust extraction. Whoopsie, got a little wiggle there. So that's what I was getting at. You got to really be aware as you get to the end because I have these open here all the way. You could wiggle it in, and that's what you get. But no one will ever see this unless Chris tells somebody. Actually, it's a really nice place for my thumb. See that? Okay, good. Okay, so I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I think, hey, Christine, you called that. That's a half hour today, did it? Right? Did you see what she just did? Do that again. Do that again. Do that again. Christine, do that. You got it. All right. So that's it. I think we got it all covered. Rick, hopefully I didn't inundate you with too many questions today.
They were good ones.
They were?
Yep.
Yeah, it's because Rick's on the line.
Yep.
He's the man. All right, everybody. This is my favorite part. We get to call out all the names. Hey, he's here. Look, it's Dirk. All right. So, Minnie, which group was here first? This one or this one?
Dirk's group.
Dirk's group? Okay, let's call that off. Okay, everybody, here we go. We have Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Andrew from Maumee, Ohio. Doug from Zionsville. How you doing, Doug? Woo! Chris from Minneapolis. Mike M. Mr. Martinez, we know you from Austin. We always hang with you when we're down there. Dana from Fenton, Michigan. Oliver from Southern California. How you doing, Ollie? We have Rob from South Devon, England. Stevie Z. Hey, Minnie, you're doing blue. Is Stevie Z from Sweden?
I think he is.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, Sweden? Paul, Cheryl, Sam from Anthem, Arizona. Harkishmina. Question mark. What's that?
That they didn't tell me where they're from.
How you doing, Harkishmina? We got Leo from Holland. Woodcraft Dayton, you guys are always there. Amir from Bartlett, Illinois. Whoop! Rick from sunny Blackpool, England. Jacob, I know you, Mr. Green, from Rhode Island. Jumbo, that's a cool name, dude, from Concordville, Pennsylvania. Christopher, Chris, you're always there from Malta. Namaste, are awesome. Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. They're always there with us.
Yep.
They're wicked cool. Yep. We met them, didn't we, Chris, right? Mm-hmm. Wicked cool folks. We have Woodcraft Crew and Ed from Norfolk, Virginia. They're having a watch party. I know you guys. I love that area. We have Soren from Denmark. And there he is, everybody. Look, it's him. It's Dirk from Dayton. Woo! We have Greg from... It's not Minnesota.
No, it's not.
It's North Minnesota.
I'll start putting
Minnesota. Okay, we have Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. We have Milosh from Belgrade, Serbia. We have the Floor Mechanics from Omaha, Nebraska. Jeff O from Miami. He's in Miami this week.
He's in Miami this week.
Woo! How cold is it there, Jeff?
How cold is it, Jeff?
Okay, Dale from Swaddling-Cote, England. It ain't as cold as in the inn, I'll tell you that. We have Gerald from DeRidder, LA. That's Louisiana. We have Michael from Edmonton, Alberta. That's Willie, the Sparktrician. We have Steve from Springfield, New Hampshire. Mark from Woodcraft, Springfield. He's on business in Kodiak, Alaska?
Alaska.
Dude, how cold is it up there? Woo! Are you drilling for Earl? All right, let's do it. We have Frank from Downers Grove, Illinois. The other Warren from Caldwell, Idaho. Captain Koik from Marietta, Georgia. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Blake Weber from Novato, California. We have Mr. Hegster from Chichester, UK. We have Mike from Boston. It's Boston. Not Boston. From Boston, Massachusetts, we have Kirk on us. You guys are rubbing it in. He's on a scuba vacation in Little Cayman. Enough. We're freezing up here. Andreas from Germany, first time live. How you doing, Andreas? Hey, we have the superstar here, Andreas. There you go. We have Stephen Draper from Bellevue, Nebraska. We have Bermuda Steve. We have Boom Boom from Olathe, Kansas. We have Lode from Stockholm. Michael C. from Winchester, Virginia. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. We have Fish and Doogie from Lancaster, PA. We have Gail from Eden, New York. We have Ono Coffee from Baltimore. Leather by Dragonfly. How you doing, Michelle? And what's that other guy's name?
Coaster.
Yeah, he's got those mouse pads. Oh, that's Patrick. Okay. We have Lauren Lee from Little Rhodey. Minnie, do you know what Little Rhodey is?
I believe it's somewhere near JLC.
That's called Rhode Island, little roadie. You know he's a roadie. Lauren, you're a roadie. I like that. Joe from Akron, O. Thanks for the call out this week, Joe. It's great texting you back and forth. Gary from Beers with the Boys. Leslie from Bennett, North Carolina. Mitchell from Brooklyn, New York. Terry from Salt Lake City, Utah. Daniel from Manitoba, Canada. It's her, everybody. She brought him. She brought Dave. It's Dave and Gwen. We have Ann Quinlino, Hoxton, London, UK. We have my main man, Dan, from Kingman, Arizona. Matt from Newark, Ohio. Joseph from Bellevue, Nebraska. Tom and Kelly. You're always with us. Thanks, Tom and Kelly. They're from Eatonton, Georgia. I know that. We have Kelly from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Matt and Marvin. Martin, how you hanging, brah? Haven't seen you in years, from Michigan. He lives somewhere here on the mitten. Okay. We have Daniel from Wrexham, North Wales. We have Jerry G from Sugar Grove. Peter Halley from Powhatan, Virginia. Keith from Bozeman, Montana. Ohio / Brent from Louisville, Kentucky. We have Johnny from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Dick from Katy, Texas. Michael from Puyallup, Washington. Big Island Ed. Tim from Houston, Texas. Brandon from Arkansas. We have Klaus from Denmark.
Very quick question. Where is Dragonfly? Leather by...
Oh, no, they're in Strongville, Ohio.
Ohio / then Brent from Louisville.
Oh, we have Michelle from Leather by Dragonfly from Ohio, Strongville, Ohio.
There you go. I did it to you twice. Sorry.
You're the best, Minnie. We have George from Tallinn, Estonia. Dragon from Serbia. Apo from Akka, Finland. Des from Harrogate, England. Brian from Burlington, North Carolina. Jeff from Bloomington, Indiana. Craig and Tyler from Verts, Virginia.
We missed them.
They are so daggone cool. They were here with us in, I think, was it 2020 or 2021?
A years ago.
They did a guest appearance here.
Yeah.
Mark from Anaheim, California. Claude from Luxembourg. Adam, it's the mayor. He's going to be the governor of Maine sometime. It's Adam Fuller from Union, Maine, the mayor. We have Steve from Rumford, England. James from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Carrie from Dallas, Texas. Lauren from customer service or customer experience in Canada. How you doing, Lauren? Good to see you. We have Petri from Jolarvi, Finland. We have Scott from Greenlee, Colorado. We have Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. We have Mikkel from the Czech Republic. We have Skip from San Diego, California. Peter from Australia. Hell House, Poland. I want to go there so bad. Richie from Asheville, North Carolina. Hope you're doing good there, Richie. Engineer Mike from New Hyde Park, New York. Walker, Texas Ranger. That's my main man, Justin. Yeah. Patrick from Silver Springs, Maryland. Jurgen from Delft, Netherlands. Michelle from Paris, France. Matt from Tinley Park, Illinois. Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here, brother. I met somebody famous today. Okay, so really quick, I don't want to get somber too quick, but our hearts go out to everybody in the Los Angeles area. I hope you're well. We've been watching the news. Our prayers are with you out there, so thank you. Oliver, you're from Southern California. He's here today with us. I hope everybody's okay out there. Hey, everybody, I want to wrap this up. Philip, thanks for being with us. Minnie, God, it's so nice to see you. Mm-hmm. Hey, doesn't Minnie's hair look nice today?
There it is.
Doesn't Minnie's hair look nice today?
Awesome.
Awesome. Hey, and I should know, huh? I'm a pro with the hair. Okay. Hey, Unit.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank
Christine, as always, you're a rock star. Wait a minute. Give me one. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
hey, give us another one. Come on, Christine, do it. Yeah. It's a go, Sedge. All right. Hey. And one of my really good friends is working the line today. Thanks, Rick, for everything. You're awesome. You're the best. Okay, everybody, that's a wrap. That's episode 206 in the books. Have a great weekend and stay warm. Bye-bye.